Good morning for presentation. It's an honor for me to participate in this event. My topic is going to be about Georgia's participation in one of the fastest growing development and initiative and the most innovative, which is the open partnership, open governance partnership. So I see in the audience people that may know the partnership, the meaning of the partnership, but I am also confident that each and every one of you very well understand the meaning of open partnership or open governance partnership, and this is a very well known topic to you. During my presentation I will tell you about how we started this project, and it won't take much time, and how Georgia joined this as a partner country, and main achievements. I will also mention main achievements and what is the significance of Georgia's participation, and I will also briefly talk about obligations and initiatives and commitments, which is a part or obligation, commitment of government in open governance in a second phase assessment, and also I will also talk about future activities that are planned, and the audience today attending this event is the main partner in the elaboration of a third action plan of Georgian government. So I will talk about these issues, and this will become more clear to all of us. So before I turn into telling you about the facts, I would like to show you a very simple video which in a simple terms explains the meaning of the open government initiative. We need a voice, we need a please. მოსმენა პასუხის გაცენა ეს ადვილი იქნება თქვენ გონია? ალბათ არა. მთავრობა ეძებს პარტნიორებს, რათა გაუზიაროს მათ ინფორმაცია. მაგრამ როცა არ იცი რა ხდება მთავრობაში, ეს მოქალაქისთვის არის ძალიან იმედგამაცრუებელი. მოდით აღვიქვათ ჩვენი თავი როგორც ფრონტის წინა ხაზზე. არ ვიცი, ეს ცვლილება ალბათ ძალიან დიდია. ჩვენ გვჭირდება პარტნიორები, მხარდამჭერები, რათა ვიპოვოთ გადაწყვეტილებები და პარტნიორები მთელ მსოფლიოში გამოგვიწვიან ჩვენ დახმარების ხელს, გაგვიწევენ დახმარებას და ღია მმართველობის პარტნიორობის ფონდი და პროექტი არის ის, რომელიც გვაძლევს საშუალებას ვიპოვოთ პარტნიორები, ვიპოვოთ
We're implementing more than 2,000 initiatives, making government more open and accountable to the people. It's amazing what you've accomplished in 3 short years. You have pushed back against natural resource corruption, made data more open, budgets more transparent, information more accessible, and given citizens a real say on policy. And when you get stuck, a good idea is just a phone call away. This is OGP, and this is only the beginning. Find more allies. Tackle bigger problems. Together, you are changing the culture of government. Open by default, policy by the people, accountability for results. It's the future, and you have the power to shape it.
Was a open governance partnership. So to summarize the main messages of this video footage, The main principles of the partnership is transparency, accountability, citizens' participation, technology and innovation, which is very important, highly important, specifically to us, to this audience. And open government partnership was initiated by President of Brazil and Barack Obama. It had two founding partners, and 67 partners now are participating in it, and Georgia is from the day of foundation joined this in 2011. Along with principles of open government partnership, its member states are given guidelines in 5 main challenges. These are improving public service delivery, increasing public integrity in public sector, more effective management public resources, creating safe communities, and so-called improvement of corporate accountability. Main characteristic of this project from others is that government, in this case, we can say that is obligated to plan every step in concert with non-governmental and civil society organizations, to public at large, to those interested parties, and to engage private sector on different directions, be it innovation or technologies or so we try to be more inclusive, to have a decision-making process before specific steps are being planned, and to have the relevant consultations. How we started? So we joined in 2011, and we elaborated first national action plan and had 11 responsible agencies and 12 commitments. And one of the important achievement is the creation of obligation of making public the public information. So this was a reform which was named as public society as one of the most successful part of the reform in Georgia, and due to which Georgia became a finalist among 7 countries in many countries around the world. And at this stage, it is very important for EGP that government should consult with you, with civil society, with society at large, and within the frames of first action plan we had a forum with non-governmental organizations in the framework of which government was consulted, and there was also report on specific activities. During the second phase of action plan, government prioritized communication with international organizations, with donor organizations, and in relation with this we elaborated new mechanisms of consultations, and we called it Open Government Georgia Forum, and all responsible actors are participating in under the action plan 2014-2015. This forum is structured or is under the Anti-Corruption Council, and we are accountable to Anti-Corruption Council as a forum. Generally, management of OGP structure the following. 11 member states are governing body, and 11 international organizations, civil society organizations, and we aim to incorporate this model. What was the approach? And today Open Governance Forum is 2 rapporteurs representing 1 governmental structure, one civil society, and they will be elected by the forum. Meetings are the same as you can see at the photographs, and the main objective of the forum is to elaboration of and implementation of the action plan, which is approved by Anti-Corruption Council and then by resolution of the government. It will be approved. We also aimed at establishing very strict monitoring mechanisms, and once a year to make an assessment towards the implementation of action plan, on the progress of implementation of the action plan. It is important to engage society at large, representatives of different professions in elaboration of this action plan, and you saw it in the video. The main principle is public engagement and transparency and the creation of transparent environment. And last year in the process of elaboration of action plan for 2014-15 we planned public hearings, and we managed to carry out 19 meetings in 15 cities. We had about 700 participants, and USAID Democratic Engagement Program assisted us, as well as Ministry of Justice's relevant agencies. We had a chance to meet with librarians, students, with several teachers who were interested in this development, and they provided us with ideas, the working draft of the action plan. This is just a visual part of consultation, and let me tell you that one of the integral part of our activity, which wasn't be as successful, this was related to information technologies, so how citizens use this. We had this tool created, online consultations, so-called tools, and this was rather complicated. You may criticize us as to how flexible and user-friendly this tool is, and when I complain about this, that this was done and public is not really widely using this, but you will tell us probably some of the shortcomings of this tool. This is something that we would like to improve. We would like to also utilize social network, and I believe that Georgian citizens are quite active in participating in social networks, and we would really appreciate your recommendations on this part. As for the action plan, as I mentioned, we have challenges in front of us. We were able to address 4 challenges, and at this point we have more commitment or more obligation and more accountable parties. We have 27 commitments and 16 responsible authorities. And let me briefly go through the certain commitments. You may have heard about freedom of information reform, and this was carried out within the reform of the e-government, and we decided to have a independent law regarding request of information or other issues related to freedom of information. And I'm sure that you will also be talking during this event about open data portal. This is another very significant commitment. We still have very interesting part to cover, and I believe that public sphere should know better about the meaning of open data portal. but I can tell you that based on events that I participated, I can tell you that open data is a priority, but it is related to many challenges, including awareness raising amongst public services as to what the significance of open data to both public sector and private sector. And Giga talked and Irakli also talked about creation of open data portal, which will give us some information in our efforts to submit e-petitions and to sign it electronically, and this will be then later on deliberated at the governmental sessions. We also have community centers, and this is in direct relation to what are the benefits of society from open governance, and this is the platform where citizens can receive information. This is, for me, is a very interesting and very comfortable tool where I can see from which I can obtain very interesting information, be it specific problems in a specific village or anything else, and this will remain as one of the commitments of ours. So I won't take much of your time in this. The Ministry of Justice, which is a coordinating agency of these processes, we have elaborated assessment and monitoring tool, which is quite detailed, and not only governmental or public authorities participate, but also public participate, so that we make sure that we are on the right way in assessment of our obligations. As for achievements, we can say that Georgia is in a constant dialogue with civil society, and we engaged the public at large, and we took very important obligations upon us, and Georgia was elected at the governing body of the OGP, represented by Minister of Justice, and Georgia is one of the successful countries. We hosted European Regional Conference, and Georgia is actively engaged in experience sharing, and for instance with French, we will be consulting them, and we will be also receiving knowledge from them on development of concept and other issues. That was all I wanted to share with you on open government, and the objective and the task of open government partnership project is to address sustainable development goals elaborated by UN, which is quite detailed in different sectors, be it public health or information technologies, innovations, or defense. And please consider that Ministry of Justice is going to start elaboration of action plan, and we make sure that you will be contacted when we start elaboration of this action plan, and we believe that your participation is crucial and your contribution will be significant, so that we will have a good product at the end of the day. Thank you very much, and I wish you a productive event.